I just wanted to really say thank you to you, Jesus and Mary, really, and I'm sure I'm not alone in saying that even though you feel those, that we're stagnating or whatever, but so,
Yeah, don't misinterpret my talk with you today, though, Monique.
And I feel personally
I'm
excited.
not judgmental about where you're at.
Yeah.
I can just see many of you in a lot of personal distress now.
Yeah.
And what I'm trying to do is point out the reasons why. Because obviously when we see you in this personal distress, we feel for you. We feel concern for your situation. We understand that many times it's because of the choices you're making as to why you're in the places you're in. And so that's why we're willing to be straightforward and honest with you about those choices that you're making. But please don't view it as judgment, because that's not how we feel. How myself and Mary feel is that we feel we want to help you get out of this place where you're constantly trying to feed your fears and into the place where you honour these primary facets of your day-to-day interaction with God. So, yeah, if all of you can remember that we're not here to berate you or to make you feel bad about or worse than about yourself than you already feel. What we're trying to do is show you where the problem is. Does that make sense? And for many of us, the problem is we're not honest with ourselves, or we're not humble, or we don't have faith, or we're using our will out of harmony with love, and we don't really want to love. That is our problem. And what we're trying to do is show you where the problems are. If you have a problem with your relationship with God stagnating, it's always because of one of these things. There's no other reason. It's always because of one of these things, being exercised out of harmony with the way in which God's created her universal laws. So, and all we want to do is expose that to you so that you have a choice to either work on it or not. It's up to you what you do. We would love to see you work on it, because then you'll make changes. And honestly, the reality is, the way to measure whether something is really happening is the amount of large changes that are occurring in your life in terms of how other people see you and how other people are drawn to you. That's how you can measure a lot of change. So, please don't interpret it as feeling like we feel you're stagnant and you've got to change.
No, I feel pretty excited, to be honest, that after 3.5 years of actually, this is what truth is about. Like, if you actually live in truth, I just felt that this morning, and wow, I didn't get that for 3.5 years of what truth.
Exactly.
Hello, and how there can be joy and there can be excitement, and man, like, wow, I missed that one, and God's love, like, that was only a recent thing. Oh, hello, like love, like that. It's about love, this path. Like, hello, I missed that one. Oh, and I don't have to push myself into emotion. Humility. Oh man, like years and years, and then it's like there's a bit of excitement there. It's not like it's not a chore. Like, but as soon as the faith goes down, it's like, well, there's darkness, there's spirits, and everything turns black again.
Exactly.
But it's pretty cool.
And we feel too what you're going through as a group. Pretty much everybody after 2 or 3 years initially are going to finish up going through as individuals, because that's the way it is. Most of the time we have a whole fiction about our life and ourselves and our real emotions and all those kind of things that have to be exposed somehow. And sooner or later they get exposed. God's beautiful like that. God always exposes anything that's out of harmony with love and out of harmony with our growth. And so, the only reason why we say these kind of talks, where we're a bit firmer about some things about how things really are, is because we want you to be able to see what's going on for you. That's all. And not because we feel like you've got to change or you have to change or any of those other things. We just like to show you why you're in distress, what's going on really. And I feel that if you can look at those things more sincerely, you will be relieved of a lot of the distress that you feel as a result. And you'll feel some positive feeling of working forward from that. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Thank you.
But thanks for your
Thank you very much,
appreciation.